What's up, traders? Happy all-time high on ES. Happy CPI day, whatever way you want to look at it. It's good to be with you for another recap. Today, I'm not going to hit you with a bunch of promo in the beginning, but if you didn't know, I just dropped a free futures course. It's got a lot of really good reviews. I think you would all love it if you haven't seen it. You can go to whop.com/ASFX, and I'll put a link at the tweet underneath this if you want to check that out. And if you do check it out, just make sure you leave me a review. So today I had a couple of trades that we're going to talk about. As you can see here on Tradezella behind me, I have a $250 winner on my XFA with trade of 8. That was my one trade on that account today. We'll go over that in a second. I had a second trade on a XFA here on Topstep X. This is my 150K. You can see my balance here. I am manually locked out of this as of now. I locked myself out of this much earlier today, but it pops up when you reload Topstep X. I love the platform. I really love this feature. If you haven't checked it out, you got to. Markets just closed a few minutes ago, touching all-time high at 53.33. So this morning, you're going to see through this video, I left a lot of money on the table today, but I'm green. My job is to be green every day. Some days I'm going to catch more of the move. Other days I'm going to get a little piece of it. Either way, green is good. So let's take some lessons from today. First, this was the trade of the day. Long here on the conservative XFA, the trade of 8 XFA here at 52.89. If we look at 52.89 here on the chart, that's where 52.89 is this morning. That happens after we retest the bottom of the range set from the CPI news. So CPI comes in today on pace for what they thought it would be, which the market clearly reacted positively to that. I think because as long as inflation is not getting hotter, the month on month actually came down. That tells the market that, hey, rate hikes are probably not happening. Maybe higher for longer, maybe cuts get delayed a little longer, but rates are gonna not get hiked. The market sees that as probably bullish. So the bounce off of the bottom of this range, the range being set 6-7 minutes after news here, then being retested as the daily VWAP and that range come into conjunction at 52.89. That's where I got long this morning, and I was out of the trade at 52.94. I'll show you the trade here on Trade of 8, just so everybody knows I am not full of shit, as many people in this industry are. You can see this XFA is up 1,300. This is the XFA I took a payout on already. The other XFA here on Topstep X, I have not taken a payout on it. So I have plenty of drawdown here, still 3,300 on this account. But because I took a payout on this account, I can only draw down the 1,300. So I'm very picky with these trades. And unfortunately, I had one contract in, as you can see, just one. And when I trade with one contract, I don't trail the stop. I end up leaving money on the table or I get a donut too much. So I just took the win. I was happy to get a nice, quick, easy win on this account. Took it, and I took the second trade of the day on this other XFA. So that XFA, I was long at 53.07. So the first long, you can see it here, 52.90, basically, right? Right off the daily VWAP. Then we break out of the range set from the news pin and the market open pin to 53.03. When we break out of that range, as you can see from my notes here in these text bubbles, we go into price expansion. Price expansion means we stay long or we stay cash. We don't try to sell it and call a top. That's how I read ranges. Smaller ranges will always be formed, but what I like to do when we go into expansion is I use Brian Shannon's rule, put a VWAP on the high of day, and when that VWAP is broken, that tells us buyers are taking control. So you can see my long at 53.07 was right here as that purple high of day VWAP is taken out because that was our high of day at that point. I'm out of that trade basically right here. I'm kind of happy for that. I mean, it chopped sideways. I think there's an absolutely a re-entry opportunity here at like 12:30 Eastern time at 53.16. But other than that, I only would see longs if you put a VWAP on here at the high of day later in the day, here going into power hour. As we hold that high of day VWAP, if I was on power hour today with the Topstep TV guys, I know they would probably try to sell it. I'd be long until that purple VWAP is broken from the current high of day. And you can catch that rip right to all-time high. And I kind of gave the Blackshirt Club a little bit of sauce today and said, I think we'll touch all-time high potentially. We surged right to it here at the end of the day. So longs or cash, longs or flat is the bias today. I had a great price, made money on my funded accounts, but left a lot of money on the table. If I would have traded the aggressive XFA first at this entry, I think I would have hit it with more contracts. Hitting it with more contracts would have allowed me to trail the stop on at least one of them and caught more of a move, maybe from 52.90 to 52.10, something like that. Like a 20-point move would be nice for me. That's a nice big trade. Usually I don't catch 20-point rips. And I'm not trying to ever catch all of anything. I'm just trying to be green. Like I said at the beginning of the video, green day over day, get better 1% every day. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to catch all of every move. That's, I leave that for your Lambo gurus. I let them go catch all of every move because that's all they post about, right? I'm going to just show you the real reality of my trading. Loving the VWAP stuff. Shout out to Brian Shannon. Shout out to Tradezella. Shout out to Topstep. Shout out to all the companies that help us make this happen. Appreciate you all. I'll be on stream Friday morning to close out the week with you, and hopefully we'll have some more wins from tomorrow, Thursday, and then end the week strong. Thanks, everybody. Hope this recap was valuable. If it was, make sure you subscribe, follow me, and we'll have more of these coming for you.